This is one of the most volatile markets, natural gas. It was 665 in the morning. Pre-market, it went as low as 598, 641 now. It's almost plus or minus 10% swing, and it's not even noon yet. Okay, we were talking about crude oil futures. The way futures contracts work, a futures contract is essentially a forward contract that's traded on an organized exchange. Remember, we talked about interest rate forwards. Think of this as a forward contract where if you go long, you are committed to buy. If you go long one contract, you are committed to buy 1,000 barrels of oil by that date. Okay. If you're short, you are committed to deliver that much oil. It's almost never these things are actually delivered, but that threat is there. The way the futures markets work, normally in a forward contract, you take what we call counterparty risk. So if I enter into a forward contract with you, you're a Saudi guy. You say, okay, I'm going to sell you 1,000 barrels of oil, and I'm going to deliver it to you in a port in Alexandria, Egypt, on March 27, 2023. And we're going to agree that it's $80 a barrel. So we agree on the price now, and we agree on the time and place of the delivery. Okay, everything is fine. What if on March 27th, crude oil is actually trading at $150? What is there to stop you, other than legal issues, not deliver that oil to me? Because instead of selling it to me at 80, you could sell it in the market for 150. So I take counterparty risk. Same thing with you. If on that day oil is trading at $40, I can say, okay, these Saudis are rich guys from oil anyway. Screw him. I'm going to go buy at the market at $40. So you take counterparty risk as well. But when you go into a futures contract, technically speaking, it is the exchange that is your counterparty. When I go long, I'm committed to buy, right? So exchange is actually committed to deliver it to me if I choose to do so. When I go short, I'm committed to deliver, and exchange is committed to buy it from me. Even though when I go long and buy one contract, obviously somebody is selling it, somebody is shorting it, but we both see the exchange as our counterparties. Well, exchanges are not in the business of charity. And, if oil goes down to $40 and they're supposed to be paid 80, and I don't satisfy my requirement, they're going to lose money. So they actually ask for a collateral. It's kind of a performance amount, and that's called margin. Okay. For example, for the oil contract, margin is about $600. That's a performance margin. I put that as collateral. What happens with these contracts, it's called daily settlement. At the end of the day, for example, let's look at the charts now. Codes. Today it hasn't changed much, but let me look at one day. About a week ago, oil was trading at, this contract was trading at $72. It's now trading at $79. Let's say I was short one contract. Short means I lose money if the price goes up. Okay. So in one contract, I would have lost about $7 per barrel. Since this is $1,000 contract, 1,000 barrels contract, I would have lost on paper at least $7,000. But I have only $6,600 collateral. So, and this was going to happen over a week. You know, on 6th February, it was 72.72, and let me do it. On the 6th, close was 74.11. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, let's look at this. Let's assume it that way. It's called daily settlement. At the end of the day, exchange calculates what would have been your loss or profit had you closed this contract right now. Okay. Let's say your loss would have been $4,000. And more than likely, they're going to ask you, okay, your collateral is too small, so put up some money. So if you go into a contract when every day your contract is losing money, pretty much every day exchange is going to call you up and ask for more money because you already lost as far as they're concerned the money that you put up. Exchange doesn't know that you did this for hedging purposes. Now, what happened was when Deutsche Metallgesellschaft did all these contracts, oil prices were already high. To hedge themselves, they went long on futures contracts. And starting in 1981 or so, 1981, 82, oil prices started coming down. When you go long, you make money if the price goes up, and you lose money if the price goes down. That means on the futures end, they kept losing money. Economically speaking, they didn't lose money because they have commitments from their clients to buy oil from them at those high prices for long term. So, assuming those clients are going to actually meet those obligations, they were economically speaking hedged. The trouble is, exchange keeps asking for money, and you gotta fund those. And these guys could, after a certain point, could not fund those margin requirements. Because I'm a bank, let's say I'm Deutsche Bank. It's not even a foreign bank. This company says, I have all these long-term contracts that I've placed at $40. Oil is trading at 10 now because it went as low as 10 after 40. And I'm losing a lot of money on the future side, but I'm going to make the difference when I actually buy these oils at $10 and sell it to these guys. As a bank, I have problems with those. One, who's to say that those clients are going to meet their obligations? A lot of their clients were also sovereign states. Let's say you had oil contracts with Mexico, and Mexico didn't pay you. What is Deutsche Metallgesellschaft going to do? We didn't have private armies those days. Declare war on Mexico. I mean, you can't sue them. You can, but you can only sue them probably in Mexico and get some money. Do you really think that a Mexican judge is going to rule in favor of a German company? No. So after a while, they couldn't fund it. The company went bankrupt, even though economically speaking, there was no risk, assuming those guys were going to meet their obligations. They couldn't fund the hedge position. Their mistake was they hedged the long-term exposure with very short-term contracts that required a lot of collateral. That was their mistake. So don't ever hedge a short-term, long-term interest rate exposure with short-term contracts. I mean, it won't be as bad as the old case, but we have better tools for those, which we will talk about. Since we're kind of cut short, let's start talking about